Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back once again. Friends, today's story is from a few such people, which is attached during a missionary trip, accidentally gets stranded on a stranger island, where there is neither any slave nor the caste of the slave. How can he control himself in such circumstances, overcome difficulties, and survive? By knowing which crops are planted for, you will be surprised one morning with great ease. Nova, Duga lost in his dream world. That's when two people named Kozel and Bunchai pick him up very brutally and remember him. Get the money he got from Mr. Parker. It's borrowed, repay within 24 hours. I hope we are at the door next time. Now his death will also knock at your door. For information, let me tell you that Noah is by profession. That plane used to be a pilot. It was very good. It blows, but it's lazy and dismissive. Due to his nature, no one gives him work. Send away her pleasant morning today. Now the money has started for Noah. Arranging is more important than life. What is the fate of Anna Parker's men? That poor guy himself doesn't even know how to do it. Nova knocks at many places in search of, but everywhere he fails. Nova's very old friend Stony N act as a support for his drowning straw and gives Noah a task. Friends, after all, it is the job of a friend in life. What happens gets us all out of trouble. Casting and Stone Lee also do something for Noah. He appeared in this form at Noaco Air Base. Leads to and tells that he is very. Don't do hard work, just work for the animals. The herd was found in an area near the Pacific Ocean. First we have to take Nova to the island. Everything seems right, but when Baba Azam, if we look at the B-29 plane of the era, if he is surprised, then the herd of animals. Clearer than piloting an old plane. Now Nova tells Stony to fly this old and shoddy plane is tantamount to inviting death, and I have no interest in agreeing so quickly. Maybe you should look at someone else. Stony tells him that all these animals belong to the church, going to that island for holy work. The religion of the name Lafleur and Charlotte is taking a campaigner, but despite this, even Noah does not believe. But the strange thing is that his friend Stony asked Madame Charlotte about this, took all the money for the work in advance, and I have spent that money by eating and drinking too. If Noah doesn't agree, then surely after some time, Stony may now have handcuffs in his hands. Stony flying the plane with his furry friend, begs for hands and feet in front of him. Now I start adding blessings for friendship. Looks like the magic would have worked, and Nova agrees to the work, but he demands $55,000 for it, which that Stony was ready to give him away. Now Noah checks the plane, and his heart skipped a beat after seeing the old parts. Starts doing the same on Causal and Bachelor Noah. We're keeping an eye so that he doesn't run away now. At one point, Noah felt like flying a plane again, but after finding Mr. Seeing the men, she lost her bitty, and she was getting ready to fly the plane. He quickly joins the orphanage, starts loading all the luggage onto the plane, and all the animals were brutally killed on the plane. Loads it inside, seeing which the orphanage, a child Bobby, forbids him from doing so. He himself loaded those animals on the plane. It seems that we know that Bobby, he is a very friendly boy, loves those animals very much, and Nova brutally drags him off the plane. She absolutely loves taking it in, doesn't come, and in this matter both. Now even slight tilts are possible. Plana all ready to fly. Everyone says goodbye to each other, but Bobby and Julia Madam, two children of Orphanolia, insist on going with Charlotte, but Charlie would refuse them by saying that the people of that island have to take care of the animals. Along with taking care, he also depends on God. Is going to convince, and it will take him a lot. It may take time, so it is better for them to go there. Isn't he on the plane to travel? Climbs, but Bobby thinks Noah will treat animals well. That's why he and Julie look after the animals. Secretly board a plane. The plane takes off, and meanwhile Causal and eventually sees Noah's plane. Understand that Stony, no one fooled you. Both of them also tried to stop the plane. Are there but fail due to their habit. Force Nova to sit in front of the carpet and smoke a cigar. Burns Charlie right there in the cigar smoke. He had a strong hatred for this, that's why he ran away. Goes away, and after some time, start listening to your favorite classic songs now. Friends, every person's choice in the world, and dislikes are different now, as Charlotte hated cigar smoke, okay. Similarly, Noah loves listening to music, and so he bet with Charlotte. If he turns off the tape recorder, if you give him, he will also not smoke his cigar. And now Charlotte happily accepts the condition. After some time, Nova felt a slight He starts feeling sleepy and he autopilots the plane. Thoughts of sleeping after putting it on mode, but like, Nova turns on autopilot mode only when he gets screwed. And then Charlotte, she tells him to go and rest me. I know how to fly a little plane. I will handle everything between the two of you. Just as it was going on, a person named PT, the duck, gets into the cockpit, but here, PT was not alone. Along with him, Bobby and Jolly also followed after seeing both of them. Noah loses his senses when Bobby tells Charlotte that our cow Melinda is extremely sick and people like Nova absolutely. That's why we are not able to take proper care of him. Me and Jolie planned to take care of him. I came secretly to Noah the next morning. Realizes that he has set the plane's sights right. It has not been working since it has lost its location, and now there is not much fuel left in the plane, so that he could turn back. That is why he said, we will have to land somewhere quickly. No help from Nova radio transmitter. He also tries to ask for it, but if your luck is bad, then someone listens to someone. Poor Nova has to land a plane. He has no other option but this. Beach. Bobby saw an island a short distance away. Noah decides to land there. It's like a good marriage around here. Charlie seated both children in a safe place. So aware of Diddy and Noah's addiction, take care of him. Holding a cigar during his landing. Burns so that we can understand that. Really, Charlie is a blunt lady now. To those who successfully land the plane. And everyone remains safe here. To save everyone's life with Charlie Nova. Thank you. After which everyone leaves the plane. To get down and look for help nearby. Are joined on the other side. We see that. Even if you see this deserted and lifeless island, I may be completely empty, but in reality these are two old Japanese soldiers. Soldiers have been stranded on the island for many years. They think that yet another world. The war is not over here. Nova and Shale decide that unless someone is there for them, until help arrives, they will have to deal with animals and finding someone to protect the children and set out in search of water. Here Bobby and Julie take care of the other animals. Let's do it though. In the meantime, those Japanese sands. The story falls on these and further. As we grow, we learn that Charlie Noah tells that she wants to become a missionary because so she can help people. In the process of raising his brothers and sisters, he doesn't realize that he is going to get married. Friends, it is really the responsibility of such a force. The name is about her own personal life. Now he forgets something about Charlie too. On the other hand, Bobby and Julie were facing a war. The same Japanese soldier among the Mangalos. The camp is visible, and this is told to Nova, and let's tell Charlotte also that now everyone is in that place. But they go again and they find out that these two soldiers do not know that. The world war is over and all countries. Shaler has surrendered himself. Wants to meet those soldiers. Tell them the truth, but keep Nova in it. There is no interest at all, and that's why. Those two Japanese soldiers come and try to attack, but decades. His gun rusted at one time. Betrays them so that Flair attacks with the gun and both of them. They run away with their tails pressed to one side where Nova. I was spreading my chest with my bravery. Charlotte, this violent style of hers. Despite knowing that she doesn't like it at all. Those Japanese soldiers may kill him. Still he took the initiative to befriend her. Although Nova wants it, there is a clear refusal for it. And tells him that you all be under my command and I will give you. I order you all to get back on the plane. Let's put both the children to sleep at night. When Charlie comes out, she starts smoking Nova cigars. Found lying in a puff because Noah looks like this is the last day of his life. If you are moving, it is better than sitting sad. Let's live the last few moments well here. Charlie apologizes for her morning's behavior. Asks for and both decide that now they are with each other like friends. After which Charlie will take Noah a little distance. And herself. Flair guards with a gun, but Noah was unaware that Charlotte's mind. What's going on and what to do next. Now it's morning, so everyone gets Charlotte. Looks missing. No one thinks it must be her. It is the work of those Japanese soldiers, but the matter. It's a bit of the opposite because she was Charlotte. Those Japanese soldiers who had their own. She went willingly to befriend him. Actually, Charlotte went there very much on God. To believe she feels that the world. It's a big problem from simple thing. Can be solved, and that of the Japanese soldier had gone near for this purpose. Here we see that the Japanese soldiers were carrying their swords. They start taking it out after seeing it, but luckily one of the soldiers was saved a little. He taught me a lot of English and learned it from Charlie. It seems that when the Second World War is over now. We see that all three become friends and sit comfortably. Charlotte's delicious food prepared with her own hands. Crazy Nova is enjoying and searching for him. Go straight and enter their camp so that panic spread between the two Japanese soldiers. Commander Hiro and Lieutenant Kushmago attacks her, but Charlotte manages to kind of explains them, and among them makes one sleep, after which everyone hugs each other. We become friends with this one here. But it also turns out that both of them are Japanese. Soldiers have been wandering on this islet for the last 35 years, so they have no one from the outside world. There is no contact, but the way Charlotte, that thing Noah risked his life for, I don't like it at all, and this is why. There is an altercation between them which leads to, after Noah leaves from their now friends. Why should Noah care about Charlotte like this? He was clearly telling that Noah was in his heart. It has become a special place for friendship. Is better, and in the evening we get something like this. Scene when Noah talks to Charlotte. While doing this, he kisses her. Bobby and Julie are also watching the scene from outside, where Julie finds Noah very handsome and looks like a great pilot, and Noah was also criticized for his behavior towards animals. Now the next morning let's see how they all come together to save the plane. I try to take off, but LT and Kushma them the plane a boat. He gives the idea to convert into. With the help of Melinda, we remove the wings of the plane, and with the help of some essential items, let's prepare a ship as well. Japanese soldiers sew all their clothes. Let's give it to Charlie so that the ship can be. It was easy to swim, even he had also handed over his flag, which was proudly, with Charlie at the top of the ship, decides to put up this flag, one of duty and loyalty for soldiers, symbolizes with the help of which perhaps the ship. This journey of making is never complete. After a while we see that Bobby and Julie is getting all the animals on board, but Nova is not ready for it. Why did he feel that there was more on the boat? Keeping the weight can also cause drowning, but Bobby go without animals at all. He was not going to ask Noah to go with him. He also requests, but Noah falls on deaf ears. In the meanwhile, I don't even paint with those animals. Julie starts crying because of walking in, the one whom Nova's heart melts after seeing. It makes me think that on one hand, they're toys for children around the world. These innocent children are the most important. Risking your life for animals. Noah tells Julie that okay, he is ready to take the animals, but they have to take care of this, that no one faces any problems because of them. Now Julie is very happy to hear this news. At the same time, Noah sees that Noah is on Charlie's boat. Seeing which she is riding the ark, she completely. First of all, one is left astonished by. He hesitates a bit after seeing the name, but later he has no problem. So finally you must have known that the story, how to read the name of Noah's Ark, actually holy. According to the Bible, the Noah Ark was created by Noah. There was a ship on which he saved family members and animals from flood. So next we see that Charlie and Noah, slowly they come closer to each other, spend time together, hang out. After a few days, Noah's ship was successful. The Japanese first lowers it into the water, soldiers to make the boat go faster. It is said because all important things were blown away, and he's pretty sure he's gotta have built a boat that will never break. And then what was that laughter? This journey of theirs begins now, this night. It's time for Charlie to read the Bible. Much more than Noah, our story. Noah gets influenced by his idea, tells that those people named Patty that day, give a message to the duck and leave it in the water, to give so that someone or the other conveys their message. After reading, you will come to help them, but unfortunately PT turned in the other direction. Everyone would be very sad to see him go, and they understand that now maybe no one will help me at dinner time now. Everyone sits together to eat and God, to send the box on the right path. We also pray so that everyone's life is saved. Now Nova can cry for food arrangements. I used to go fishing every day, and that's where we see that Bobby's favorite friend Brutus is sick. He has stopped eating and drinking, and in this case, Bobby Brutus has milk to drink. Gives, but Nova forbids him to do so. Just because they have something to eat. There is not much left, and if it continues like this, if you keep distributing food to animals, then they will remain hungry. Will die, but Bobby will not listen to anyone. He was going to spend his whole life with animals. So he gives part of the milk to Brutus to drink. Now slowly the days start passing, and the time comes when the food on the boat is completely consumed. Charlie and Nova consider that now they are forced to stay on the boat. You will have to kill the chicken and eat it, but Bobby refuses, and he gives them the idea why not. Hunt with light because light. Seeing this, the water creatures came closer to them. As everyone goes, it's night and the boat light is on. Prepare to hunt by burning. Innocent Julie sitting near the window. When we start looking at the fishes, we see that of a very huge shark boat. Comes near and all the fishes fear him. Their plan runs away. Then it just goes, what does Noah think? Why don't we catch this shark and feed ourselves? Fill up one to catch all the sharks. Now let's make small fish bait. Luckily, the shark got caught in their net. It goes, but it is so big that it was not within their power to handle it. People catch sharks with great difficulty. Meanwhile, Bobby's balance wavered. Goes, and it falls into the water which Noma also jumped into the water to save him. And here the shark was also freed from the trap, and he wants to make both of them his victims. But before the shark turns back, Charlie is able to succeed in her objective. Killed the shark with the help of flare gun. And Noah and Bobby's lives are saved. The next morning, Noah and Charlie spend some time alone. They are spending time when Charlie tells him about her. Admitting her mistake, she says that all this, whatever is happening because of me. I did not handle the plane properly, which, because of this, we are stuck here today, but Nova explains to him that it all has to be. You were written in our destiny. On the contrary, our courage throughout this journey. Had it not been for you, perhaps we would have survived today. Both of them could not reach each other till this point. Hugs with love and Charlie here, expressing her love to Noah for the first time. Both of them become very emotional now at night. And we see that in the sea. A dangerous storm hits, causing water. Enters the cockpit of the plane, but no one else. Commander who somehow save animals. After a few hours, the storm passes. But the worst news for them is after the campaign. In fact, Brutus was seriously ill. She had become very upset, and she was desperately trying to persuade. Had reached the brink due to which Nova, to relieve him from this pain, Bobby decided to shoot first. He would not agree to this as soon as he heard this. Tears started dripping from the poor guy's eyes. But after Commander Hero explained, he understood. It goes how much for Brutus here. It is necessary to bid farewell to Brutus with all sad eyes. Before proceeding to give, Nova presses the trigger of the gun when allowed. The siren sounds, which belongs to none other than that belongs to the US Coast Guard. Had found them all, and that too in the box. Everyone is very happy while walking, and happiness doubles when Noah and Charlotte on the same B-29 plane forever. This is why we become friends of each other. This story ends herewith, and this story teaches us that to lose something to gain something in life. It is important that it is also important that each other to be together, whether it is a human being or someone else. Take the box as an example. If he was not there today, then perhaps he would be with Noah. Everyone else would have become a water mausoleum. Well, see you in the next video. Peace.